Hey, hi everybody. Welcome to Recovery Blog with Bill MacPhee. I'm your host, Bill MacPhee. And for those of you who do not know me, I'm the publisher of Anchor Magazine as well as SZ Magazine. Anchor is a magazine on depression, bipolar, and anxiety, and SZ is a magazine on schizophrenia. And I'm all about recovery. I was hospitalized 6 different times, lived in 3 different group homes, and had a suicide attempt. I look at myself as a recovery expert. So I hope you can go to our website, www.mentalwellnesstoday.com or billmcphee.ca. Okay, so where we were in our pillar number 3 of recovery, which is family. And last week we talked about the definition of the goal in family is to create a sense of belonging, and another goal is to create independence, not isolation or loneliness, but families want their loved ones who are dealing with a mental illness to be independent, not isolated, not lonely, but independent. There's a difference. Today, I want to talk about the extended family. I mentioned last week that in our family, not only do we have blood relatives, but our family is our extended family, and that's what I want to talk a little bit about today. Is the extended family, and for my case, when I was hospitalized, my parents found a fellow to the church who came and visited me. And his name was Dave Kendrick. And Dave was a very instrumental part of my recovery. And because basically what Dave did is that he came alongside of me. And even though I didn't know Dave, I got to know him as a great friend through all the time I spent with him. But Dave took an interest in me, and really my whole Bright Future program, my Bright Future program that is based on the 6 pillars of recovery, the name the Bright Future program came from Dave, and I'll tell you why is because I can remember when Dave was there, and we would be pacing back and forth down the hall of the psychiatric ward. And I would say to Dave, I said, Dave, my life's over. I thought that, I lost my job, my house, my financial security, my friends. I found out I was just another one out of 100 people with this illness known as schizophrenia. And Dave said, Dave said, you have a bright future, Bill. You have a bright future, and I didn't believe that at the time. But I want to tell you that came to be very true, and now I'm sharing my knowledge and my expertise with you to go into recovery. And for those of you who do not know my definition of recovery, recovery is when you wouldn't want to be anybody else other than who you are today. Now, Dave, uh, Dave was my extended family. Dave took me in. He introduced me to his wife, his family, his children. I would be over at their house for supper on a regular basis. Dave worked at the post office, and on his lunch break, uh, he would take me over to Buffalo. Would go to the post office, and he'd buy stamps and different things like that. Dave would take me to church events if the church groups were going bowling or having picnics or going to listen to a band or something like that. Dave included me in on all of these activities, and he created a sense of belonging for me, which is the goal in families, to create that sense of belonging. But Dave stepped up, and he took me really into under his wing, and I'm sure there's many times that it was very awkward for Dave, where I wouldn't be speaking, or I'd be depressed, or I can remember one time we all went bowling, and I was on some pretty heavy meds at the time, and we went out to Pizza Hut or something like that for pizza, and I can remember I couldn't keep my head up, and it was bobbing up and down, and I was falling asleep, and I'd say, Dave, can we go? Can we go? And Dave would say, well, just hang in there, Bill, just hang in there a little while, and we'll be going soon. But even though I was doing all these behaviors, I had convulsions when I would go to church and different things, camping. I can remember going up north to a cottage with Dave. My parents had a cottage, and we took Dave on a vacation with us, with his family, shared that vacation time. So Dave really became a real big part of my life. And even if it was just odd things, like, he'd be cutting down a tree in his yard or something, and he'd include me. He'd say, Bill, you want to come over and help cut down this tree or something? And Dave always included me in events, and he was my extended family. And I think that's a very, very good goal to have, is our extended family, and find our friends like that when we're mentally ill, to help us in our sense of belonging and feeling important. Next Friday, I should mention today is what's today? Today is Friday, the 10th of July, and what we're going to talk about next week is I'm going to give you some real practical steps on how to schedule your time. Some real practical steps. So join us next week for this video blog, and I'm going to end here and tell you that there is life after mental illness. And I encourage you to go to our website and sign up for our free newsletters and our issues, our magazine. So do that, mentalwellnesstoday.com or billmcphee.ca. So have a great day, and remember, there is life after mental.